Okay guys, I'm just going to bring you my Marincess deck profile today. Yes, this is Roth, and we are with Metagang. I'll take you through the main deck first. We got 3 of the Pestilaws. Pretty much, you're almost supposed to summon her. You get to supposed to summon one out of your hand and get your play started. Extremely easy to do. And then she got a graveyard effect. Banish this card from graveyard, then target one Marincess ball trap in the grave, and add it to your hand. You can't use that the same turn it is sent though, but the ability to just go off is amazing. So to follow up, the Blue Tang, she almost supposed to summon. You get to send one Marincess monster from your deck to graveyard, except Blue Tang. And then if this thing is sent to the graveyard, as materials link, summon of a water monster, you could activate 3 of the top cards, and if you do, add one of the excavated Marincess cards to your hand. Shuffle the rest to the deck. You can only use that once a turn. So she's extremely awesome. Pretty much the optimization is you Pestilus, Blue Tang to send the Seahorse, and then you'll link off and be able to excavate and even further your stuff even more, hopefully. But Seahorse, when, let's see, this card is able to be special summoned from the hand to a zone Marincess link monster points to. So if you have a blue slug, you can have a Marincess pop out of hand, right to where this points to. So it's really nice. Get it going. Plus you can spin it back really easy with the blue slug as well, which is pretty much what you'd want to do. You can also banish this card from graveyard, or summon one water monster from your hand to zone link monster points to. So yet again, you have to have that link arrow with a Marincess, but it's quite easy. It comes up a lot. It's amazing. Marincess Mandarin. Okay, if you control 2 or more Marincess monsters while this card is in your hand or in graveyard, which is flipping amazing because you can do it in graveyard. Target one water lake monster you control, special summon this card to the zone that monster points to. So you have to have that link arrow again. But you banish this card when it leaves the field, so you get a free summon off of it. Pretty much no matter where it's at. It's going to be like in your hand in the graveyard, which is really easy to do. And then, yeah, free extension, and then, banish. This is becoming quickly my favorite card. Interesting or not, I think this is how you get the higher ceiling for your towers that you make in this deck, especially for the pushes and damage. The ability to banish this card from graveyard and do stuff is great. If this, let's say, if a monster you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Okay, so you got protection right there. And then you can only use one of these effects per turn. You could banish one Marincess trap card from your graveyard, add one Marincess trap with a different name. That hardly ever comes up, but what does come up is if this card is banished, so you usually banish to protect whatever, and then you get to target a face-up monster. It doesn't have to be Marincess, just a monster, and it gains 600 attack, which a lot of times allows you to beat over things you just wouldn't normally be able to. We got one Sea Archiver, because it pops up a lot when you special summon a link monster. They're just extremely easy special summon. If a monster is normal special summon to a link zone, to a link monster, oh my goodness, to a link zone a link monster points to except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your graveyard if it was sent there. If it was when it was sent there when the summon resolved. So if it was sent there, no matter if it was during chain or whatever, and the summon was able to resolve, this card is able to go off now. and hand. Let's see what this says. Yeah, if this card's in your graveyard, or even if you're in your hand. So if it's in the graveyard and in your hand, I know it's really weirdly worded, but like, no matter if as long as a link summon is successful, this thing is in your hand or graveyard, you can just pop it out. But banish it when it leaves the field. You know, just like our Mandarin, pretty much. Use effect and yeah, it's gone. We're playing all water, so I know it's not Cyberse, but I do like this hand trap a lot. Be able to increase my life points and punish my opponent for trying to make boards bigger than mine. Like, don't make towers. I make towers. We got Sign Up Mining. So you just pitch a card and go get your play starter. You know, if you have something in your hand, and if you don't have something in your hand. Of course, you got to play your Marincess Battle Ocean. This is how you keep your towers alive. With this, I mean, your big boys become humongous guys. One sec here. Because of using the Crystal Heart. So using Crystal Heart for your link summon, and it being in your extra monster zone, having this card on the field, it is unaffected by other cards. So they have to get rid of your Battle Ocean in order to deal with your towers of the deck, if you will. That'd be one. I mean, you can make any of them pretty much towers due to having Crystal Heart. So making a link in the extra monster zone, using Crystal Heart, having the Battle Ocean, you now pretty much have a towers, and it depends on like how big you want to go with it, how big the towers is going to be. Got Field Barrier, trying to help protect this thing, but it can also get in the way. It's funny. If you're on top of the game, you're able to go full combo, and then you're just able to stick this on field, and this, hopefully your opponent doesn't have anything to deal with. Yeah, this, because they needed to deal with this, then you're golden. But I do run the one Twin Twister to get it out of the way. And since Battle Ocean's so important, I mean, we do use the mainstay here to like really get the Battle Ocean in hand and going. This is pretty much what you use, but I'll make sure that I always have it and can see it. I'll play the Terraforming, and like I say, like a lot of these monsters are great in grave, so the Foolish Burial is amazing to use. Especially like, this is probably my favorite target. One for one. I mean, the little one is really easy to just cheat out, and then using Graveyard, of course. So there's your extension. Regeki to clear the field, and now we're going to some excuse me. Draw cards. So Moray agreed. Be able to return 2 of the water monsters in your hand to your deck. Draw 3 cards. This isn't a cost, and your opponent pretty much has to let you resolve this pretty much. Salvage. Target 2 water monsters with 15 or less attack. Add them to your hand. That's from your graveyard, by the way. So yeah, I'll usually end up getting my hand trap, which I like so very much. Jeez, where is it? So yeah, I'll keep recycling this if I can see this, and give me a play starter, which yeah, you know by now. Paw of Avarice, because all these components are pretty important, and you want to see them back, especially your link monsters, because you do link climb a lot, and you want to be able to get them back. So mid to late game, you really need to see this card. This thing, I really need to put up 3. This is amazing. So if you control a Marincess link monster, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, negate that face-up monster's effects until the end of this turn. Then if you control a link 2 or higher Marincess monster, all the face-up monsters you currently control are unaffected by your opponent's card effects until the end of this turn. If you control a Link 3 or higher, you can just activate this out of your hand. So, pretty much, you want to go deep, make your towers. I mean, that's the littler one. Make a bigger one. I mean, depending on what you're trying to do, trying to accomplish on field. Either big beat stick, or gets more bodies, or just play defense. This card will end up winning a lot of the games because it just shuts down your opponent, especially right when they need to do something. Metaverse, because we need to see our field card. If the opponent's able to get rid of our field card, we got towers out. It's no longer towers, so we need to be able to have Metaverse to be able to get back out our field card, so our towers becomes towers again. An unbeatable monster. That's how it's possible, just through this card here. And Rivalry of Warlords. I'm playing Water, so yeah. Why not, I guess. Not Water, my bad. That'd be Goes a match. Yeah, I know. I got one hand trap in here. That's it though. That's the hand trap. We're not trying to play this for anything else but being a hand trap. So yes, my bad. Not Water base. Cybers. So it's all typing. So there's all Cybers, and this is really wicked because it locks out a lot of decks and, well, outdoing your strategy. And one Solemn Judgment because, I don't know, I'm kind of not sure. I just wanted some negate, I think. Alright, now I'll go through some extra deck for you guys. Let's see if y'all like it. Got 2 Marincess Blue Slug. Alright, so it takes a level 4 or lower Link, or a level 4 or lower Marincess monster. Jesus, I need some more coffee. If this card is Link summoned, you can target 1 Marincess monster in your graveyard, except the Blue Slug, add it to your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except water monsters, but it doesn't matter because everything in here is water that we're going to do. It's all pretty much based on its own archetype except for the hand trap. And yeah, it's just going to go off because all it's want to see is itself anyway, just like Digital World. It just wants to see itself. Here we are. That's how you get this thing. I mean, it's really easy. You get the free body. You always seem to go into this, and so you get, boom, return your thing back, and then pull this thing out, and then you keep going. It's quite amazing. Marincess Crystal Heart. Okay, this is pretty interesting. You can do mid-game stall with this thing. You kind of out-resource yourself, and you kind of need to sit back for another key starter or something to get you going again. But it also is how you make your towers along with your field card. You need this in conjunction with your field card and your monster being in the extra monster zone. So, unaffected by your opponent's monster effects while this card is in your extra monster zone. During the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, that opponent's monster is unaffected by card effects except its own. When this card or your Marincess Link monster this points to is targeted for an attack, you can send 1 Marincess monster from your hand to the graveyard. For that battle, your monster cannot be destroyed by battle. I know it doesn't come up a whole lot. I have had to use this a few times, and I've been able to skate a few turns and actually pull out some wins. So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like a mid-game stall, and hopefully you can get some resources and throw away, some you don't need. You can reoccur pretty easy. Splash Mage, because we're just making a splash with the Mage. He's kind of filler. He's on his way out, I guess. Got 2 Coral. Target 1 water with a attack of 15 or less in the graveyard. Special summon it to zone this card points to. For the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon except for water monsters. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you target one Marincess card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So don't forget about that effect, that returning effect. I mean, I do a lot. It's, but kind of like that Scarm Surge. Or the Marbled Rock. She's kind of your protection. She's your big girl protection. You can target one Marincess card in your graveyard except Marbled Rock, add it to your hand. You can only use this effect of Marbled Rock once per turn. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can send one Marincess monster from your hand to the graveyard. For that battle, monsters cannot be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage. So I'm saying that mid-game stall is turned into a big game stall. Because if you have this as a towers, and this thing's just steady, just blocking out attacks, stopping things from happening, or let's say if you're a gifted player and such, and able to go into this and reoccur it back on the field with your Wonder Heart, and attack with Wonder Heart and be able to bring it out, and then, you know, just... This can be just amazing on its own. It doesn't even have to be a towers, but just the effect of being able to just stop attacks, and you take no battle damage, protect your stuff, is straight up saying, hi opponents, I'm sticking around, and you're going to watch me win because I'm going to go off, I'm going to make towers, I'm going to have a bigger monster than you that's unaffected, and you're going to have to do nothing but just sign the sheet to me. It's kind of dumb. Great Bubble Reef. So this thing can get gigantic. So once a turn during your standby phase, you can banish one water monster from your graveyard or face up on the field. Draw one card. So that's always nice. You're always going to be able to have your... I'm sorry, I didn't go through that part. In your Battle Ocean, once a turn, when a Link monster, Marincess Link monster summon, you get to bring out up to 3 Link monsters from your graveyard and able to, well, attach them. So if I had like Wonder Heart and these in the graveyard, just come out and attach. I know it's kind of like a ridiculous scenario, but yeah, that's what that would do. Anyway, back onto the Bubble Reef. So you can always be able to pop a card on field because you always have something on field or in graveyard. Each time a monster is banished, face up, this card gains 600. So that's where this card can really start gaining attack heavily. Not only it's going to gain all the attack from this thing being out, all Marincess monsters gain 200 attack. Also gains 600 attack for each Marincess equipped to it. So if you bring out 3 and you get this thing equipped to it and you get the 200 buff, that's $2 grand. So that's 46, and then it's going to banish one. That's going to give another 600, and then we got my favorite balsamic vinegar. Banish that and give her another 600 plus another 600 from having to get banished with its effect. So it can really start skyrocketing with the right stuff. At the end of the turn, let's see. You can send one water monster from your hand or graveyard, special summon one banished Marincess monster. So that's great as well. So this thing doesn't stop with just the ability to gain attack and banish and draw. You can also be able to send a water monster from your deck or a hand to graveyard and special summon one of your banished Marincess monsters. Let's just say if like you had Crystal Art banished, you can send one card from your hand to graveyard, be able to bring it back, and then be able to use it for something. So it's quite amazing. And finish up the extra deck. Marincess Wonder Heart, 2+ water monster. I mean, all these are really actually generic to get into. Their effects and everything are based around Marincess. They all take like 2+ water monsters, except for even the Crystal Heart, which is interesting. I think only like the level 1s. Let's see which one here. Okay, yeah, these take Marincess monsters. But the rest take water monsters, which is really interesting. But with Wonderheart we have once per turn, or once per battle, during damage calculation, if this card battles a monster quick effect, you can special summon one of your Marincess monster cards, equip it to this card. What? That's not the way I was reading it. My bad, guys. My bad. Once per battle, during damage calculation, if this card battles a monster quick effect, you can special summon one of your Marincess monster cards equipped to this card. Also, this card cannot be destroyed by that battle, and you take no battle damage from that battle. Equip that special summon monster to this card during the end phase. If this card in owner's possession is destroyed by opponent's card effect, or opponent's card, it's not by effect, but opponent's card, it could be by battle or effect, I guess. You can special summon one Link 3 or lower Marincess from your graveyard. I don't seem to be resolved in that one a lot, so there seems to be effects I'm not quite reading out and resolving for myself, I guess. I know that doesn't really pop up a whole lot, especially for me, because either I've already lost at that point, because this is like my win more card or my mid-game push. Because normally if this towers doesn't stay and just win me the game right off the bat, then my secondary push is to go Wonderheart and go attack and bring out my other beaters and try to get something going, and maybe Link during main phase 2. So yeah, that's my Marincess deck profile. I hope that wasn't like confusing. We'll see y'all.
Like and subscribe to Metagame.
That shit sharp. Put the light you give yo. Trucking up all night you. Put the light you give yo.